How can you outgrow your old self?
Well, there's a presupposition that you can. A lot of people think they're stuck with who they are and that they can't say. I mean, they say change is really difficult, and once you are who you are who you are. I think you can. You just have to become aware of what works for you and what doesn't work. I mean, they say if you always do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result, that's the sign of insanity, right? And a lot of people do that. They think that if they just keep repeating something, maybe eventually something will shift. But you really have to step out of what you do, look at yourself and say, how do I feel about this? Do I feel that I'm growing? Do I feel that this is good for me? Or am I just on a treadmill? And if it's just creating the same miserable results, well, then step off the treadmill and then you can change your old self and become somebody else, somebody new.
Yeah, that's insightful. I have just this idea. Neuroplasticity is something to
Mm,
look up in your dictionary, which means you can change certain ways how you think, and obviously that will affect how you feel. Um, which means the stories you might be telling yourself that I'm this way or I'm that way is more so I have evolved this way and or that way, and you can evolve another way when you decide to.
yes. And then, of course, there's the acid test. Will you behave differently in the same situation that you had before, that where you got into behaviors that didn't work for you, and now you make different choices?
Yes, I love that one. I would love to add, if you are feeling that you are struggling and wrestling yourself, you certainly need someone who is helping your emotions, your thinking align with your behavior. You've got Angela here for myself, because unless you create that congruency inside, which is changing who you feel you are, I think it's a very tough battle
Mm.
field in your head in everyday life. So, any last words, Angela?
Well, I'm going to use the old chestnut, like if you had a problem with your pipes, you would get a plumber. But when we work on ourselves and we need to make changes, we think we can do it ourselves.
Seek the professionals. See you soon.